Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
The taskbar at the bottom of the organizer window contains many functions. To both hide and show the Albums and Folders panel at the left side of the organizer window, click the Hide Panel or Show Panel toggle button that appears at the left end of the taskbar. To undo the last action performed in the organizer window, click the Undo button in the taskbar. To redo an action that was undone, click the drop-down arrow at the right side of the Undo button, and then click the Redo button in the pop-up menu that appears. To rotate a selected image in the organizer 45 degrees to the left, click the Rotate button in the taskbar. To rotate a selected image in the organizer 45 degrees to the right, click the drop-down arrow at the right side of the Rotate button, and then select the Rotate Right button from the pop-up menu that appears. To add locations to selected images in the organizer window, click the Add Location button in the taskbar. Then type a location name into the field in the Add a Location dialog box that opens, and press the Enter key on your keyboard to see a drop-down list of possible matching locations appear below the field. Click to select the desired location in this list. Then click the Apply button in the dialog box to apply the selected location to the selected images. To show media by location after applying them, click the Places button in the Shortcuts bar, and then click the Pinned tab below the Shortcuts bar to show a map. Small icons appear on the map for locations you marked. The icon shows the number of media files assigned to that location. Click a location pin to select it. To remove the location if needed, click the Remove button that then appears in the taskbar, and click OK in the confirmation prompt that then appears. To show the images assigned to a location pin, double-click its pin icon. To then return to the map, click the Back button above the images. To show all media again, click Media in the Shortcuts bar. To add events to selected images in the organizer window, click the Add Event button in the taskbar. Then type an event name into the Name field in the Add New Event pane that opens at the right side of the window. Optionally, to set the start and end dates of the event, use the Start Date and End Date calendar drop-downs. Optionally, to enter an event description, type it into the Description field. Then click the Done button at the bottom of the pane. To show media by event after applying them, click the Events button in the Shortcuts bar, and then click the Named tab below the Shortcuts bar. Stacks of photos for each event appear on the Named tab. To select an event, click its stack. To remove the event if needed, click the Remove button that then appears in the taskbar, and click OK in the confirmation prompt that then appears. To show the images assigned to an event, double-click its stack. To then return to the events, click the Back button above the images. Alternatively, to see photos arranged by date into suggested events, click the Suggested tab to the right of the Named tab. Optionally, to filter the events shown in either the Named or Suggested tab, use the Year drop-down and Month buttons in the calendar pane that appears at the right side of the window. To show all media again, click Media in the Shortcuts bar. Photoshop Elements uses a facial recognition technology called people recognition to automatically recognize faces in imported media. If desired, to turn off facial recognition in Photoshop Elements, select Edit, Preferences, Media Analysis from the menu bar. Then uncheck either or both the Photos and/or Videos checkboxes for the Run Face Recognition Automatically setting in the People View Settings section of the Preferences dialog box. Then click the OK button to save your changes. When enabled, People Recognition automatically separates people in photos with similar recognizable faces into stacks. To view these people stacks, click the People button in the Shortcuts bar. To view and name unnamed people stacks, then click the Unnamed tab below the Shortcuts bar. To show all stacks, regardless of the number of photos in the stack, uncheck the Hide Small Stacks checkbox at the top of the People view. Then click a stack to view the faces in the stack below it. Then click any faces that do not belong to the person to remove them. After removing any errant faces from the stack, click the X button in the upper right corner of the faces shown to close the pane of faces. Next, click the Add Name link under the stack of photos for a person and type their name. Then click the checkmark button to the right to name the person. Alternatively, to cancel the name, click the X button. To return to the organizer's media window after naming the people, click the Media button in the Shortcuts bar. Alternatively, to manually assign people tags to selected photos in the organizer's media window, right-click the selected photos. Then choose the Add a Person command from the pop-up menu that appears. Then enter the person's name into the text box and click the Add button to finish. Alternatively, to mark a person's face in a photo in the organizer, double-click a photo to open it in single image view. Then click the Mark Face button in the taskbar to add a bounding box with an Add Name text field to the photo. Click and drag the bounding box over the face in the image. Then click into the Add Name text field and type the person's name. Then click the green checkmark button to assign that person to the photo. Alternatively, click the red Cancel button to cancel adding the face. To view all media files by recognized people, click the People button in the Shortcuts bar, and then click the Named tab below the Shortcuts bar. The Instant Fix feature of the organizer lets you quickly fix common photo issues. To apply an instant fix to a selected image in the organizer, click the Instant Fix button in the taskbar to open the image in a separate Instant Fix window. At the right side of this window is a toolbar that contains fixes you can apply to images for common problems, such as photo red-eye or correcting color and contrast. To perform any instant fix, click the desired button, and if needed, then select a choice from the pane that appears to the left of the toolbar. To adjust the selected cropping area, if you choose the Crop Instant Fix, roll your mouse over the cropping border you selected until your cursor turns into a double-pointed arrow, and then click and drag to define the new cropping area. To apply the crop, click the green checkmark button in the lower right corner of the cropping area. Alternatively, to cancel the crop, click the adjacent Cancel button. To compare the before and after versions of the photo after applying an instant fix, click the Before/After toggle button. To undo a change in the Instant Fix window, click the Undo button in the taskbar. To redo an action you have undone, click the Redo button. To flip the image, click the Flip button. To reset all the changes you made, click the Reset button. To save any changes applied to the image in the Instant Fix window, Click the Save button in the lower right corner of the window to save them. Then click the Done button to the right of the Save button to close the Instant Fix window. Alternatively, to return to the grid view of the media view of the organizer window, click the Back button in the upper left corner. To open the currently selected photos in the media view of the organizer within the Photoshop Elements photo editor, click the Editor button in the taskbar. Alternatively, click the small drop-down arrow to the right of the Editor button to select to open the images using an external editor, Photoshop, Video Editor if using Photoshop Premiere Elements, or Photo Editor from the menu that appears. Of course, you must have these applications installed on your computer to use them. To create and play a slideshow from selected photos in the media view of the organizer window, click the Slideshow button in the taskbar. We will examine creating slideshows in detail later in this course. If needed, to pause the playback of the slideshow, click the Pause button. To exit the slideshow when finished, click the Back button in the upper left corner. To open the home screen from the organizer window, click the Home Screen button in the taskbar. To upload or download images in the organizer to Adobe Cloud for use with multiple devices or use the Elements web app if using Photoshop Elements 2023, select a choice from the new Upload to Cloud, Import Cloud Media, Open Elements Web drop-down button that appears in the taskbar. Since this feature is still in its beta stage, which means it may change or become discontinued in future releases, we will discuss using it in a separate lesson at the end of this chapter. To adjust the size of the thumbnails in the media view of the organizer window, use the Zoom slider at the right end of the taskbar. To show or hide the tags and information pane at the right side of the organizer window, click the Keyword Info button in the taskbar. Assigning and managing keyword tags is discussed in later lessons. To show information for a selected file in this pane, click the Information button at the top of the pane. To expand and collapse the General, Metadata, and History sections in the Information pane, click the small triangles to the left of the group names. This pane shows file information like the file name, rating, and when the file was last edited and imported into the organizer.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.